Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast, season 7, episode 38. Yeah. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We paid the $16 a month to be on X Live and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. From the highest point of the Garden State to the Michael J. Fox Studios in Beverly Hills, California, you got Scotty at SiriusXM Liquid Metal. As I'm trying to stretch this intro out so we can eat up some time like a starting pitcher in baseball. But yeah, we're back on X.
Give him the signal. That means go out to the mound and start talking. Chew up some time.
Yep. Just watch that pitch clock.
You know Bob Uecker is 90 years old and he's being honored.
Wow.
90 years young.
Harry Doyle.
What a guy.
Harry Doyle.
Bob Uecker's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
But we're back on X, or formerly known as Twitter. Also, Vinny Parisi and I talked about it. Vinny Parisi now engaged. I talked to him on Friday. I said, congratulations, Vinny, on your engagement. We talked about the cocktail party and the cocktail hour where we're going to do a random podcast at Vinny's wedding sometime next year.
Game Day Live.
Yeah, Game Day Live.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Game Day Live from Vinny's wedding.
Yeah, we'll just show up and just do it, you know.
I'm down.
By the way, joinourcrew.com. And
if you want to go to Vinny's wedding too, you can just joinourcrew.com.
Joinourcrew.com.
Vinny is now accepting wedding gifts right now on joinourcrew.com. We get a 15% cut out of it.
That's what all the super chats. That's what all the super chats at Game Day Live and Devils After Dark will go to. The wedding gift for Vinny.
Yeah, the wedding fund of Vinny Parisi.
Yep.
You know, Vinny and
for that
Katie.
night at least. And then Devils After Dark might follow Vinny and Katie up to the hotel room.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's the XL version. The XL version.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a Woo report in the middle of that too.
Inquiring minds want to know, how the wedding night goes. So we'll have to do a Devils After Dark, a little recap action about what's going on.
Yeah. But anyway, so Vinny and I were talking, and I'm like, I think the Erica Walker train may have slowed down. I think we need to pick it back up in the summer. I mean, we got to do something. But also, I'm running out of things to say on this podcast. So
I think we all are.
So I just like in that movie reference, Scotty, Shawshank Redemption, when Andy Dufresne was writing a letter a day to get that library in the prison. I'm going to tweet every day to MSG Networks that we want Erica Walker back. And it started to, I don't know, people are responding in the first 2 days. All I'm writing is bring back Erica, and people are responding. But then I got to start doing Photoshops. And then we got to start having billboards and flyers all over surrounding the MSG studios in New York, 34th Street.
All right.
That's our plan.
That'll be something.
Okay.
Billboards.
Maybe at American Whiskey, both Newark and New York, we can hang a sign there. We want Erica back.
Okay. Yeah. We should.
Yeah. All right. Well, that just burned about.
And that's all Sam Woo's got for today.
That's 6 minutes.
That's the Woo report inside the Let's Go Devils podcast. So that's kind of the podcast within the
condensed
podcast
version.
Tonight.
Yeah. But
look for the morning Woo at some point again too.
Well, we are planning for next season.
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah. And Peter and Steven with the nice Uecker references there from Major League. And that one is Off the Reservation. And we don't know. Yeah, we got to figure out where Vinny is registered. And then maybe that'll be a part of joinourcrew.com. You can get to Vinny's registry. Will automatically redirect when you go to.
He'll put a Stadium Series jersey. Adidas.
Yeah. Good luck with that one. Good luck.
You'll have all sorts of stuff. A Vinny, a Zach Parisi autographed 2012 Stanley Cup, game worn jersey. During the finals.
And maybe we'll get a big cardboard cutout of Erica, and then we'll bring it around to to the games and stuff like that. Kind of like how the Bullet Club did with Jay White. They had the cardboard cutout of Jay White. That's wrestling nerd reference for you right there. So maybe we'll just have that cardboard cutout, life-size cutout of Erica that we could bring around to all the podcasts.
I think we should do it. I mean, if there's anything we're good at here on the podcast is trying to get people organized. I don't know.
Well, we try. We try the best we can.
All right. Well, I have a question for you guys. And I'm going to throw it out to everyone there on Instagram and X and Facebook and YouTube.
MySpace,
Yep.
Friendster.
I was just going to say that.
All the good uns. All the classic oldies over here.
Match.com.
So, what was it? What'd you say?
I said Match.com.
Match.com.
Oh, man.
Are you lonely?
Are you lonely tonight? Are you lonely tonight? All right. So I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
And throw it out to everyone on all of those websites as well. And we were talking about it in our big, massive group chat. Obviously, the best part of the Olympic opening ceremonies is when Gojira popped out of the castle and just crushed that place with a decapitated Marie Antoinette, Les Miserables style, whatever. But there was nothing more badass than seeing Gojira up there on the sides of the castle performing. So, I will ask you guys, Ixnaying the Gaslight Anthem. If you could pick a band to play the opening night, and it has to be, this is the thing now, it has to be a New Jersey band, okay? No one from, LA or San Francisco or Seattle or Florida or New York. New York doesn't count either. It's got to be a New Jersey band. Okay? Could be pop band, it could be a hip hop band, it could be a punk band, it could be a rock band, it could be a metal band. If you had to pick a band that could somehow maybe appear the way Gojira did out the side of the rock there, that little cylinder going up this side, they could just have little compartments where they can come out and play. What band would you pick to play opening night? And it can't be the Gaslight Anthem because they already did the Stadium Series. Oh, there you go, Joseph. That was one of the first ones that popped into my head.
Ooh, that's a good one, Joseph. That would be perfect for what Gojira did.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some other bands too that would fit in that Gojira realm.
Now I have to. All right, let me think.
I got one. They're from Newark. I don't know if they're still around.
What, Naughty by Nature?
No, Lords of the Underground.
Okay.
Chief Rocka.
Okay.
That's going back early 90s. I can't.
There's a lot of good bands out there. I see. All right. Steven had to go with Bon Jovi. Come on, Steven.
Yeah.
How original.
Come on.
How original.
I should ixnay Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen as well from this list.
Okay.
They're not even Devils fans either.
All right. What would I pick?
Shorts Guys band?
I mean, there's some really good punk ones that I can think of really quick off the top of my head. I'm surprised Shorts Guys and rattling off here.
Well, off the top of my head, I say Bouncing Souls.
Yep.
But man, you could also go. You could go Saves the Day would be fun.
Okay.
Is My Chemical Romance from Jersey?
They are.
They are?
They're from Garfield. or at least they're from that area, I believe.
Aren't they? I thought they were from Jersey City.
No, they're. You know what it is? Because I just remember them playing the Garfield American Legion.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I think Garfield. Man, there's so many.
Sam
like-
Wu is Googling Jersey bands right now.
I don't know any of these. I don't know any of these.
I'm trying to think like who would be like really good to that. Like it's. I think I'm trying to say who would be good to that Gojira level, but there's like.
Oh, I mean, for the
that's
Gojira
gonna
level,
that's gonna be
get-
tough to do. But like
Skid
I'm
Row.
just trying to
bring
think,
in- you could. Well, there's Skid Row, but you can also just bring in the
Yeah.
Dillinger Escape Plan.
You could do that.
You know, who are now back together, so they can play some calculate. If you can do 43%
Well,
burnt off the side of the
you
rock, that would be friggin' amazing.
Yeah. You could have good friend of the podcast, Anthony Willie's band Folly. They would do it, and most of them are,
Okay.
if not all of them, are Devils fans.
God forbid, Monster Magnet, Overkill. Do you want?
Thursday.
I mean, you
Thursday
could get.
would be good.
You could get Thursday would be good.
Thursday would be
You can
good.
get brutal with either Lorna Shore or Fit for an Autopsy. Do you want
Yeah.
Misfits or do you want Danzig? Which one do you want?
Danzig.
See, I'd say Misfits.
Danzig.
I'd say Misfits too.
I'd say Misfits.
You could bring in
I mean, you could
E-Town
go-
Concrete. Boom!
E-Town. You could go really fast
Bigwig?
hardcore. You can go Floor Punch.
Okay.
Bigwig would be a good
Monster
one.
Magnet.
I know the guys in Hot Pod would love seeing Bigwig do that. Midtown would be a lot of fun.
Midtown. Catch 20. Is Catch 22 still around?
Yes, they are. Actually, they're playing soon. But it's not been the same since they split from what's his name? That's the singer of Streetlight. So you could do Streetlight. Streetlight
Yeah.
would be wild. I'd rather, as much as I love Catch 22, I'd rather Streetlight because Streetlight's just more of a powerful force right now than Catch is. But either one of those, one cool guy would be a ton of fun. Now we're just going to go down the rabbit hole of old New Jersey bands, like old New Jersey pop, pop punk, ska bands. Oh my
I
gosh!
think Thursday would be a good one though. That would be a fun one.
It would. Thursday would be a lot of fun. I just saw them like 2 summers ago. They were really good. They were really good live still. But yeah, any of those bands would be just a ton of fun. Maybe we could do it out on the big stage, out on the street one day. Have some bands play before a game. Let's do that,
with
Sam.
that big TV in the background.
Oh my gosh, let's do it.
Should we just tell people about the big TV?
You alluded to
Yeah.
it. May as well.
Yeah. So Frank the Tank comes through again.
He didn't get a TV. He got a movie screen, is what he got.
It's
Get the
like
Massive.
7 feet by 10 feet. LED. Cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that on the big stage as well. So we're right now reconfiguring the big stage as we speak.
Oh, yeah,
behind
we
the
are.
scenes. And for all of our events. And also, I was going through the schedule this morning because we were talking about travel schedules. And I think our first event could be that Saturday, October 5th at 10 a.m., maybe a watch party at American Whiskey on that Saturday because they play Friday
That'd be
and
fun.
Saturday out in Europe. So the ones that didn't go, maybe that's some beer for breakfast. Maybe it's something we can do, Short Sky.
Yeah, we can work that out.
Depending upon what the Prudential Center schedule is that day.
See if there's anything on their schedule right now.
You never know if they've got something going on. Also, October 10th is a big deal because that's opening night. And then they go down to Washington that Saturday. I don't know if we want to drive 4 hours to go to D.C. just to travel. I'm not sure. Also, I was looking at November 14th. I was thinking of going to Cocoa Beach, Florida, to Sandbar Grill on that Thursday to do Game Day Live and Devils After Dark from Andrew Bunan's place. And then November 16th in Tampa outside of Amalie Arena. That's
I
what
think
was
that's the 15th. I thought that was the 15th. The Tampa game.
I
I could be wrong. There is nothing.
You are, because it's 16th.
That's at Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's whatever that Saturday is. I would like to do that. And yeah, there's nothing on the Prudential Center. There's nothing on the Prudential Center schedule on the 5th. There's something on the 3rd and something on the 6th. Nothing on the 5th.
Yeah. So.
I'd like to go to Tampa. I'm in.
Okay. We can make arrangements there, Shorts guy. The other thing too is I was looking on the schedule. I'm gonna call the Devils about that December 23rd. I want to single-handedly move that from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's no reason why it should be at 1 p.m.
Can I still show up at noon?
Oh yeah, you could show up at noon.
That day.
Yeah, You know what? Do you think they put it at 1 p.m. start because what happened with because it is Devils Rangers, it's heated. What happened in that November day when chicken fingers were thrown on the ice? And
no, I don't think
there's no reason why it should be 1 p.m.
I feel like it's 1 p.m. because they assume everyone has off that day because it's leading up to Christmas.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
Well, I have off. I have no problem with a 1 p.m. start.
Yeah, but you live the good life.
Yeah, well, hey, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Because I can't go. That's why I'm pissed.
You look sick that day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Conspiracy theories.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sam,
that's all I
Sam,
need is
I'm
my boss to be
watching
this.
I'm envisioning you feeling sick December 23rd.
Air my grievances.
Yeah, well, the poll's coming.
Yeah.
We're going to make the second appearance of the Festivus poll.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at Montreal. There's 2 dates. There's one, I think, January 25th on a Saturday, and there's one in February. I think it's February 8th, I think.
Both Saturdays? Okay.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how we're going to do this, Shorts guy, because, originally I was thinking the whole Utah and
Vegas,
the 1st and 2nd of March, but there's talk about Nashville, the 23rd, but the 22nd there is a Devils game against, I believe, Dallas on that Saturday. That's going to be hard to do.
Home or away?
It's home on that Saturday.
Well, I was kind of assuming that Nashville was out in lieu of doing Utah and Vegas.
Oh,
as much as your cousin Marty wants to go to Nashville, I'm trying to get him to go to Utah.
I thought you nixed the 1st and 2nd in favor of Nashville. Oh, okay.
No, I was going to do the opposite. I was going to nix Nashville. As much as I want to go back to Nashville, and because Nashville's just a good time. I mean, we had a good time in Vegas, and I believe there's a beef to be settled between you and some Girl Scouts.
To be settled in Vegas.
To be settled in Vegas. Where's Jake the Snake?
Hey, I wasn't there.
I just remember that guy just turning around going, "Where's Jake the Snake?" We're like, we don't know. He's gone. He disappeared. Conveniently, he left.
He went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, gotta go.
Yeah, see ya. Ran off.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, sorry for hijacking the podcast, Scotty, but we're at 20 minutes right now, so we're doing good.
Well, yeah, there's not a lot of Devils news going on right now.
No, there's not.
Nico Dawes, they say they're getting closer and closer to a contract signing. Nolan Foote, Dawson Mercer, still not signed. So we'll see what goes on with those two. Got to get them both locked up. I think the other thing was the Devils invited some big kid to camp. I can't remember his name. I'd have to look it up here real quick. Oh man, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Igor Mamberan Umwi. I have no idea.
Oof.
But he's another big monster defenseman. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the old broadcast team there to throw that one out a couple times. Yeah, clue us in on actually how to say his name. But he's invited to training camp, and I would think he'll probably end up down in the minors, which would be great for playing with Seamus Casey, because this kid not only is a big monster, but he also has a lot of credibility as a leader and a captain from his previous teams. And his defensive style is, he's a defensive defenseman. And you could throw that down there, at the AHL level, and probably would do wonders, pairing him up with a Seamus Casey. So that would be good stuff over there, but we'll see him in camp too. And looking forward to some of that, Devils loaned Kasper Pikarainen to the WHL. So, that's really everything that's been going on. It's been a lot of like minor transactions and stuff like that. There really hasn't been too much big name news going on in the world of the Devils right now.
Nintendo Wii says, so your thoughts on the rumors of HBSC trying to move the Sixers to New Jersey? I got some thoughts on it. Should I go first?
Go ahead, Sam.
Well,
I think I know where this is going.
Oh,
you've been against this for a while.
Yeah, I've been against it for a while because the original plan was to move the team to Center City, Philadelphia. We'll wipe out Chinatown in Philadelphia, which I was pretty pissed about. And, nobody was really listening at HBSC. There would be, they would have these, community meetings. And as soon as the public would speak, sorry, meeting's over, done, and nobody could get a word in. But I think public pressure has been put on the Harris Blitzer Sports Entertainment to rethink this. So it could be a move of leverage to get the city of Philadelphia, and get everything going, because it's going to take a lot of legal hoops to get it to displace people. Or you could do it in Camden and enjoy, you already know how the state of New Jersey works with the Prudential Center in Newark. I think it's a good move. I think it's an excellent move because they accomplish a lot of things by moving to Camden.
And Camden's right across the river too. It's really not that far.
No.
So they're not going to be the Jersey Sixers. They're still going to be Philly.
But it's decently, it's at least, I would say 15 minutes, maybe 20 from where they currently play.
Probably.
It's about that. But I mean, from Center City, from the city of Philadelphia to Camden, you're just going over the bridge there. But from what it sounds, it almost just sounds like it almost sounds more like the governor, Phil Murphy is in for it, or at least trying to coax them to come over, since everything else that the Sixers do is already in Camden.
I don't
know.
All their training, their like facilities,
their training
and stuff
facility, their front offices, all the season ticket reps that. All the season ticket reps that constantly call us are out of Camden.
Sales tax is 3% in Camden.
Well, that's a big selling point right there.
Yeah.
So it would be an interesting move if they did that.
It's a beautiful city, Camden.
It used to be a massive industrial city. It used to be the city of Campbell Soup.
They can revitalize it. I mean, they've done. They've actually done they're working on it. I mean, I think Camden. I'm not saying it's entirely cleaned up, but it
would help.
It would definitely help.
The waterfront's nice.
Yeah.
Isn't there an aquarium?
There's an aquarium and an amphitheater.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went to that amphitheater a couple times. A little sketchy
I've been to the amphitheater.
A little sketchy getting in there.
Yeah.
It was like
There's some
a very rutted road to get in there. You're like, I hope
there was,
I hope I don't get a flat here.
Yeah, it's a little shady going in there, you know.
Oof.
So
Wasn't
I
that
remember
the spot that Bill Burr ripped on the people in Philadelphia years ago when he was doing a comedy routine, and he was in front of like thousands of people?
I have no idea. All I know is one time I went to see Tool down there, and this was like before everything was, you know, card friendly, and we literally needed to get cash to pay the parking, and all there was like ATMs on walls. There wasn't like the banks you could no. It was like an ATM on a wall, and my friend's like, "All right, just jump out and do it." Opened up the car door, jumped out on the street. As soon as I did that, like 6 dudes just came around the corner, and I was like, "Nope!" Right back in the car. I was just like, "Let's move on. Let's move on." And then we got there, and Tool was like just starting, and the person was like, "Don't worry about it, just go in." So we didn't have to pay for parking. So it was nice.
Wow.
But
that was like 15 years ago, maybe, you know.
Parking was only probably like $15. Now it's probably $40.
I think it was $20. I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was like 15 or $20. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll never forget. I got out. Then as soon as I did, just like 6 dudes walked around the corner, and I was just like, "Nope." Car didn't even come out of my wallet. You know, I was like, right back in the car. I was like, "Drive."
I remember I used to park at the chop shops outside of Shea Stadium back in the day.
Oh, I used to park over there too.
Yeah.
But I wasn't trying to take the money, you know, out of a wall ATM at like, you know, 9 o'clock at night there, where it was like pitch dark. So, you know,
what happens is you put your card in, someone takes a copy of it, feeds a 20 out the slot. They give you your card back. Next thing you know, your whole account's drained.
All I know is I wasn't waiting around to find out what was going to go on there. I just got right back in that car, like I said, and I was just like, "Drive." So, but Camden, I haven't been there in ages, but you know, from what I've heard, it like, you know, it's slowly getting cleaned up and stuff like that. Obviously, there is a lot of issues down there, but I think the waterfront area definitely helped out because it brings people in for the aquarium and and for shows and concerts and stuff like that. Yeah,
and it would be a big, you know, big economic boom for that area. And I just think it's the governor just trying to poke at the city of Philadelphia in a way. But we'll see. I mean, it would be interesting to see a brand new arena in that part of the state. You know, you kind of envision, at least for us up here, you know, we're kind of New York City centric. We, you know, think about everything that's close to the city. We don't realize that down that area, it's like everything is Philly centric. It's like a whole different view of the world. So it would be interesting to see that there'd be another arena in that area.
And one more out-of-state sports team.
Yep.
In our state.
In New Jersey. Yeah.
In New Jersey, but not named New Jersey.
Yeah.
We got plenty of
Unless, well, apparently Aaron Rodgers is trying to rename the Giants and the Jets, so, but, you know.
Yeah, that's true. He did do that this week. Man.
The New Jersey 76ers. The New Jersey Sixers.
You know, if you guys
would they make them wear that stupid jersey like when if they come across the campus?
They've got a Sixers jersey in like a script. They do have a Sixers jersey in like a script font. So, oh my gosh,
I actually would buy that basketball jersey.
I'm sure you would.
If it just says Jersey.
Oh, man. Yeah, but if it happens, good for the city of Camden. Like we said, it'll get more people in there. It'll create a bunch of jobs and stuff like that, too. And like Short Sky was saying, the Sixers already do all of their training and everything already in Camden now. So why not? And I'm sure the city will make some extra money, the city of Philadelphia, by everyone either, taking mass transit or paying the tolls to go over the. Is there a toll on that bridge? What is it down there? I can't even remember.
There is a toll, I think, going towards Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the name of that bridge? I can't even remember now.
Walt Whitman?
Is that the Ben
Walt
Franklin?
Whitman?
The Walt Whitman.
There is the Ben Franklin too.
But that's the Walt Whitman over there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe there is a toll going to, I want to say to Philly. It's been a couple of years since I've been on it.
And it might be what it is, like going to Philly.
Is there
but either way,
I don't know if there's mass transit going from Philly. They might have to build that.
Yeah,
they'll build it. Yeah.
I don't know if SEPTA goes there, but they would have to.
They will. Yeah.
Well, but then again, you see how long they've taken to build a tunnel from New Jersey to New York in the last couple of years.
Very true. Very true. But you would think they would have something, or at least bus lines or something that go like straight to the game and back.
Yeah. They would have to, I would think.
But yeah, if people are driving though, they're gonna make extra money on that toll.
Yep.
With more people every night, going over there to the games.
Do you think the Flyers would jump?
If the money's good for them.
Yeah. And the Wells Fargo, which is now losing the
name Wells Fargo, yeah.
It was great when it was the FU Center.
That was so Philly.
Yeah.
That was so Philly. What's the arena called? The FU Center. It's Philly.
Mm-hmm. They'll never replace. I don't know. You always miss those old names. It'll never be like the Spectrum. That was always that was a cool name down there.
It was.
I remember seeing I never went to a Flyers game down there, but I went to like a couple of WWF events and stuff like that when I was a kid down at the Spectrum. I did Brendan Byrne, and then I saw a couple at the Spectrum as well.
I actually played at the Spectrum one game.
You played?
Yeah, there was an exhibition game before the Phantoms, and I forgot who the other team was. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The showers.
Max says
didn't work.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing. It was just a dump. It was like 90 degrees in the locker room. That's what I remember.
But you get that cool like popcorn bucket with the Spectrum thing on the side, So there you go. That makes it all worthwhile, right, Sam?
I don't know what you're talking about. Chris Boker.
Oh!
Most improved team this offseason besides Nashville. Think they take the gold?
I like your timing with your Olympic reference there, Chris.
Yeah,
very nice.
Very good.
Chris said his cousin was in the Bouncing Souls, too. I wonder which member.
That would be cool to know.
Yeah. Who?
Aside from that's Predators. Man.
That's a tough one.
Silence. Perfect for audio.
Definitely not the Rangers.
No, definitely not the Rangers.
Definitely not them.
Besides Nashville, the Devils are up there.
Yeah.
As most improved. They definitely solidify. We know that they have the offense already. That's not the question.
The defense,
but
and
the defense and the goaltending, and they definitely improved that with Markstrom, Dillon, and Pesce. And then you add some toughness there with Stefan Nason as well. Dillon brings the toughness as well. You got Kovacevic, excuse me. Yeah, who else made some big moves? I'm trying to think now.
The Bruins
Nashville
made a couple moves. A couple moves. They shipped out Olmark, but they brought in Korpisalo. They brought in what's his name from Vancouver for defense.
Tampa. No.
Tampa hasn't done much. Pens haven't done
They
much.
just
The Canes didn't
Yeah.
really do much.
Canes might be one of the worst in this
Yeah, that's
offseason.
two
They
summers in
got
a
hit.
row. 2 summers in a row because
Yeah,
they didn't
they-
really do much last season either in the offseason.
Vancouver. All right, yeah, I was trying to think of teams out west. I'm like, who's
Yeah.
doing something out west? Vancouver, okay. Hmm.
Max sent us a map.
Vegas, no. A what? A map
Yeah, he sent us
of Philly?
Yeah. The Ben Franklin Bridge.
I was right.
Um,
The Walt Whitman South there. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we may be
Toronto?
it.
No. Yeah, we might
We
be.
may be it. Because I want to say that we did some of the most. We did the most in the Metro. That's for sure.
Max thinks Vancouver improved.
Yeah, I'd say let's go to Cap Friendly, but we can't anymore.
You got to go to Puckpedia.
Puckpedia. I know. I heard about it.
Or
Haven't gone there yet, but I've heard about it.
or richhockeyplayers.com. That's my new site. One day.
It sounds like a site you would start.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that that's a good one here. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just looking.
Vancouver.
I was just Chicago, actually, as well. Chicago had some nice signings. I don't know how that's going to translate overall, but they did have some nice signings there with Tyler Bertuzzi, Teravainen. But, Chicago, I don't think they're going to be like a cup contender.
No, they're still.
After Nashville, I think it really might be the Devils.
You don't sound like a homer.
Okay, here's another
Utah.
I was just going to say that.
Just going to think
With
that,
Sergachev and John Marino going over there. That's a good one.
Let's not mention John Marino leaving the Devils.
Plus
it's a little bit of a sore subject.
Yeah, plus they're going to pay their hotel bill on time too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I was gonna,
those would be a top four right there.
Yeah, like Boston as well, though, would bring it in Korpisalo and Zadorov. That's
Zadorov. That's it. I couldn't remember him.
That's a good one too. But after Nashville, with like contending teams, now you may argue that maybe Chicago has a chance to contend now. But I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna. Maybe they would struggle to make a playoff, like a wild card.
Yeah, if they get in, they'll just barely get in.
Barely.
Yeah, I would say probably Nashville is the obvious number one, and then I would put the Devils at 2, and then Boston at 3 for really competitive teams. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and that's not being a homer because the Devils really did do a lot of moves that they needed to do.
They got the goaltending for now.
Yeah, we fixed our problems at least for the next 2 years. That's a
Washington made some signs, but I don't know.
Pierre-Luc Dubois that's a risk. That's a risk because it's everywhere he's gone. Everywhere he's gone, he's kind of played well, and then he's fizzled out. So it's like at some point you gotta say, okay, well, we can see what the problem is. It's not the teams, because if he's everywhere he's gone.
Yeah, Mangiapane as well, but I don't know. That core is they're just up there now. And we saw how they got when they got to the playoffs last year. It really did. It just looked like, hey boys, we made the playoffs. We got the bonus in our paychecks. You can wrap it up now.
That was the medal. That was
Yeah.
their participation ribbon for the season. They made the playoffs.
Yeah. And and the Rangers last year, as much as we hate them, they were a good team. But
Mhm.
they just absolutely walked all over them.
Oh yeah.
I expected
Yeah.
those crafty veterans to at least like take a game or two,
Well,
and it was
No,
just
they
like
didn't even come
it looked like
close. They
no
didn't even
effort.
come
Yeah,
close.
a veteran,
yeah,
so, he's on the decline, so he'll only score like 10 goals next season.
But he's gonna pull a Yager and play until he gets that record.
I hope not.
He will. I guarantee he will. He's gonna play until he hits that record.
I hope not. I don't want that record to be taken over.
Well, Sam doesn't trust Russian players, so
Yep.
That's true.
we
You
we
know
learned
it.
we learned that.
Ever
We
since
have
Kovalchuk,
learned that.
the only Russian player I trust or former is Sergei Brylin. That's it. He never screwed me. McGillney, he screwed me.
But yeah, that's how I would rank them. Nashville is your obvious top one there. But then I would say Devils, Bruins, and then throw the Blackhawks in there afterwards as a team that just really they did improve. I mean, they were a bottom feeder last year, but they definitely improved with those signings that they made.
Did Dallas do anything? Or
Not
stood pat?
really.
They re-signed Tanev. Didn't they re-sign
Yeah.
Tanev? But
No,
they lost.
didn't he? Did he go to Toronto?
Oh, that's right. He did go to Toronto. My apologies. Yeah. So what did Dallas do?
I don't think Dallas did too
They
much.
lost Wedgwood.
Well, there goes their season. If they lost Scott Wedgwood, that's it. Curtains. Done. Write them off.
Man, now I got to learn. Now I got to learn like how to navigate Puckpedia. Let's see, Dallas Stars.
Live research here on the Let's Go
Yep.
Devils podcast.
They
Well,
Matt
blame
Duchene,
Chris.
Dumba.
Oh, yeah, they got Duchene. No, well, they just re-signed him.
Yeah. They brought in Brendan Smith, Brooke Amanda's favorite player.
Right.
That's a big upgrade.
They brought in Casey DeSmith. Little Steve will tell you how successful that's going to be.
That's right. That's a pretty good goaltending tandem to bring DeSmith in there.
Little Steve would disagree with you on that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, like no one really of note. Oh, I like with Puckpedia that it shows who their representation is. Like Nils Lundqvist is represented by Claude Lemieux. Like wow,
That's good to know.
that's pretty cool. That's cool to be able to see that.
If we ever want players on, we go through their agents. We'll
There
go
you
to
go.
Puckpedia and find out who their agent is.
Yeah. So that's who I would say. I guess I'm trying to think of what Vancouver did, but it's kind of escaping me. Utah made a couple good moves. And that's who I would go with. Nashville Devils, Bruins. Then the Blackhawks.
Yeah, the Blackhawks improved, but they're not gonna.
Yeah.
They'll marginally improve in the standings.
Yeah. That's why I put them like fourth. But they're definitely going to be better, and Bedard's going to have, that kid is, he's going to have a hell of a career. As long as he doesn't skate directly into Brendan Smith again next year.
Well, they're in different conferences, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, they're in the
No,
West,
no,
right?
no, they're not.
No,
They're
they
the
are in
same.
the West. They're in the West.
Western.
Yeah,
Chicago's in the West.
Oh man, it's one of those days.
So, yeah, so I guess Dallas, but that's really, Brendan Smith is that bottom pair, but we had our fun with Brendan Smith, but I'm gonna miss him on the team. But
Yeah,
I think the Devils
he did
improved.
well.
He played better and better as it went on. I mean,
Yeah.
man, he was a penalty machine there for so long. It was just like
he was.
It was like no matter what, he was taking like at least 2 minors a game. And then he cleaned up his act. And he had a good little stint on the left wing too. He was very versatile in that sense. He dropped the gloves a number of times. Yeah, so but I feel like the Devils made the right call there. I mean, bringing in Dylan and Pesci instead. I mean, I think that's definitely the way to go. But yeah, he'll be I'm sure he'll get a nice round of applause whenever Dallas does come back to the Rock.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Which is going to be that.
Except for Sam Wu. Sam Wu will be throwing chicken fingers at him.
I don't know if Sam Wu. I don't know if Sam Wu would waste chicken fingers like that.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I eat them.
Yeah.
as you can tell on the big screen, that every game.
No,
yeah,
Sam,
there's a picture of Sam getting chicken fingers.
Sam, you eat salads.
Yes.
As far as Mrs. Wu knows, Sam eats salad at games.
Yeah, except for that gigantic steak I had on Saturday.
You can get a chicken finger salad. Just a salad of chicken fingers.
Canucks, DeBrusque, and Sprung. All right, yeah. I'd still put Chicago probably above them, though. That'd be my call. Same with Severson. Yeah, Sam Wu's got a thing for those defensemen over there.
Remember Dan Boyle from years ago?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
I used to boo that guy like.
You booed Dan Boyle?
Yeah.
The cancer survivor who scored on Hockey Fights Cancer Night?
That's Brian Boyle.
Oh, Brian Boyle. Oh, all right. Wait. Who's Dan Boyle? I don't recall.
It was a defenseman on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And just randomly, I just started booing him randomly.
Because we would just randomly pick... We would randomly pick an opposing defenseman just to boo every time they touch the puck. that was always the beginning of every game. The beginning of every game was as soon as the puck was dropped, we figured out we'd look at the roster of the other team, go, who are we booing today? Look at all their defensemen. We just picked some random defenseman. It didn't matter who it was, unless it was someone we absolutely disliked.
Or Tom Pody. Remember we used to boo Tom Pody?
Oh my gosh, we booed a lot of people.
And then we read in the media guide that he was allergic to peanut butter. So the entire time it was just like I almost got thrown out of the Meadowlands for chanting peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, something like that. Remember when the Redcoats came?
Oh my! Yeah, you could see the Redcoats coming from a mile away.
Yeah, it's like, Pody, have some peanut butter, sir. Sit down. It's like
they'd walk down and then up those stairs and then down the stairs as they walk towards you. You just saw them coming from both sides. You're like, oh, here go the Redcoats. Oh, it's like
our last game at the Meadowlands. Our last game at Continental. I remember on the way out. On the way out, we were so nasty to all those all those ushers and people that mistreated us for so many years. We let them have it.
Was it at the Meadowlands
or was it Sam in the office?
Oh yeah. Was it at the Meadowlands or at the Prudential Center where they had someone sitting above where we were to watch us?
It was Prudential Center. Okay. Like probably in the first season, they actually literally had two security guards watch us because we were so rowdy. And they would sit on the catwalk and just in chairs and just stare at us the entire time.
Man.
So we'd wave back.
Trouble.
We
were
back.
Trouble.
Yeah.
We always wondered.
Sam was walking in there in full-on goalie equipment with a light, going off on his head.
I've toned it down.
Blended right in. No one will notice.
Oh.
Once I got married, I toned it down.
But before then, oh man.
Yeah, before then I was an
Before
animal.
then, oh, forget it. Forget it.
Remember popcorn night?
I do. I was just thinking about popcorn night. That was insane. We made such a mess.
I think how much did we collect? I think we collected like $400 or $500 in the parking lot
of money
to get popcorn, and then we came in boxes of popcorn. It was like when we score the first goal, we throw the popcorn, and there you go. Sergey Brylin scores right away, and I didn't even give away all the popcorn.
The only trustworthy Russian.
Yep.
See?
Yep. He never screws me, Sergey Brylin.
Man, we had some good times. We had some real good times. Although we had a lot of good time when they had the dollar hot dog night at Prudential Center. Durango Steve would buy like $100 of hot dogs.
Yeah, I think
Just hand out cheap meat to everybody.
I think what he did was, I think they used to give out like $250.
Oh, the dining cards. That's right.
For season ticket holders. So he would just put $100 and buy 100 hot dogs, and we just give them away, throw them to people.
Cheap meat night. Man,
we got to do something like that again.
We should. We got to pick a good section to do it in. Do we go back to 208?
We could do that, but I kind of want to move on from 208. We gotta do something on the road, like down in Philly or something like that.
All right.
It's hard to do Madison Square Garden because those tickets are just exorbitant. You know.
I know.
It's impossible.
We can go up. We can go up to the land of Max, so we could do it in Boston.
We could do that. Isn't the All-Star game in Boston?
No, the World Tournament or whatever it is, the Nations Tournament.
Whatever that is.
That's in Boston.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So that's essentially an All-Star game.
I haven't looked, Scotty. When are the Devils out west?
December 31st?
I can't remember, yeah.
December 31st?
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, around New Year. Yeah, around New Year's.
Okay. That'd be fun to do. We're going to have to do that West Coast game.
Hell yeah.
As we're thinking on air, what we're doing.
Yeah, as we're thinking on air.
JoinOurCrew.com. Go to that website. Sign up. JoinOurCrew.com. We'll have all the information where we're going to be. Maybe
once we figure it out.
Maybe we'll go to Stagehouse Tavern in Mountainside.
We should do that.
I don't think we did any last season.
We didn't. We didn't go there once.
Yeah.
We tried, and then we couldn't.
I think we tried, but then the Devils did their own viewing parties. So
yeah, that kind of got in the way.
Yeah, so
got in the way.
I said, maybe next year.
We nixed it. Yeah, we'll try to do something. We'll have to do something, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Should we get the final thoughts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Whole bunch of nothing podcasts.
It's that time of year.
I know.
Yeah, my final thought is, when does training camp begin? That's my final thought.
All right. I'm going to counter your final thought by saying, let's not rush the summer, because I enjoy my time off.
Yeah, I gotta concur with Shorts guy. Like, once the season starts, it's like go, 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 go. I mean, we're doing Game Day Live and Devils After Dark, and all these West Coast games and traveling with the team and all that. I kind of like, just chilling out and just, Gato and chill and all that. But I guess once puck drops, then the adrenaline gets there.
Sam, you're going to wind up having to do those for those West Coast games. You're going to wind up just having to go to work early, and then just
Scotty's
After Dark.
Scotty's flying solo. I'm still trying to figure out how that's going to work.
Just do Devils After Dark and go right to work.
For those that don't know, I get up 4 a.m. in the morning now. So, anyway, we'll have to figure it out.
We will. We always do.
We'll have to figure it out. All right. Well, I want to thank all those tuning in. Thank you for the super chats, guys.
Seriously.
Yeah, Chris Boker, Nintendo Wii. We'll have to get a Vinny fund going.
Yeah, we're
for
going to
his
have
wedding.
to. Oh, maybe one of these away trips could be Vinny's bachelor party.
We were talking about it. We were talking about it.
Oof. I'll have to have Max come out. We'll do chugs for Vinny's bachelor party.
Yeah. I'll hit the music.
Hit the music.
Well, that's another fine edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Dropping the podcast at midnight for your morning and afternoon commute. As the Devils, well, I guess we're 6 weeks away. 7 weeks away from training camp. They're going to be out in Europe. We're planning.
Yeah.
We're planning everything right now. Keep it here. And also, bring back Erica Wachter. Follow us on our social media pages as we will try to relentlessly use mob tactics to get her back on MSG airwaves. Till next time, let's go Devils.